Hey, Coach Tony. Hey, this is going to be a little longer video, and this is for the people who are on the fence um, with DWA. So, I joined a few weeks ago, and I've been doing digital marketing for a while, 5+ years. I've been in this space for 7. Really started honing in on digital marketing 5 years ago. I have 12 streams of income. So let me just share mine with you real quick. So, of course, I'm on another platform, which I probably shouldn't mention, but I have 5 gigs there, and that pays me pretty handsome. I basically set up a few products, and then I send it off. They ask me for the products because my expertise is in business. Been doing that for 35 years. So that's one. The other one, YT, once again, started there. Took me 6 months to implement my first video. I finally made it go live. Look, once you get out of the way of yourself, trying to figure out how you look, if your teeth are fine, how your voice sound, once you get over yourself and get out of your way, you can do digital marketing. So I've been there for, I think I just had my 5-year anniversary. Got 14,000 subscribers plus. So, and I got, I think, close to 250 videos or whatever. But so I get paid from that every month, AdSense. I have digital products, many digital products on several different platforms. A couple that I had, ClickFunnels, which I started, and all these other things that you had to try to build. And me being old school at the time, trying to figure that mess out, it's crazy. But now what you have with DWA, man, I mean, the course is so well done. I've gone over 3 times, and I tell you, it is jam-packed with information. But, and I would just want to say this, as the instructor is fantastic. And look, you don't need me as a mentor. I will be your coach. If you get it from me, I'm going to coach you through this process, like I would want to be coached. But the course itself is a mentor, and the guy who's the instructor, Richard I mean, 23 million in sales. This guy is incredible, fantastic. So if you have anything, you can go back to refer. I must have took, I don't know, because I got 2 phones. I watched it on one, and then, well, actually I watched it on my PC, but I was taking so many different screenshots of things I can go back and refer to. And not only did I watch it once, twice, but 3 times. So if you want to like me, look, I've never been an A student, but I've been a pretty good B student. And the only reason, because of that, because I used a highlighter, or I would go over something once, twice. Look, for me, first time I'm going to get 25%. The next time I'm going to get 45, 50%. The third time I think I got probably 75%. So I'll probably do a 4th time. But like anything that you're investing in, it's $4.97. Okay, but you can start this as little as $41 or $0 down, or whatever you qualify for. You can go to Klarna, you can go to Afterpay. But look, that aside, the one thing he harps on, like any of the, and that's why people say you don't need 2 courses. You bought, and I bought both. I have SWC, and I have DWA. I think it's splitting hairs. They both are good. I haven't gone through SWC like I've gone through DWA. I love the DWA because of the instructor. But one thing he talks about all the time is information without implementation is meaningless, which means you get all this great information, but if you don't implement it, it means nothing. So I would say implement it. The course itself, between Rachel and Richard I mean, it's dynamic. And believe me, I bought more courses. I've been doing this for 5 years. I've seen more thrown and stuff together. I spent more thousands of dollars. This thing is legit. It won't miss if you do it right. And you don't have to be. You could do it faceless. And I research all the time. As people who've had this course, 100,000 after 100,000. I mean, people are making a lot of money doing this faceless. But if you do it faceless, then commit. Implement. I mean, information without implementation is meaningless. So if you're gonna do a faceless, do 2, 3, 4 posts a day. I mean, and look, you'll make good money where it'll set you up where you can leave your 9 to 5, and then you don't have to just sell the course. Once again, you could do UGC, you could do Amazon, you could do TikTok Shop. I didn't even put my TikTok affiliate and all the other collaborations that I get. I'm on Amazon, so I got about. I mean, if you throw all those, you got about 15 or 16. But you could sell, you can get sponsors, affiliate marketing, digital products, of course. You can go to YT, and get paid on, the other one, and the one that starts with an F with the gigs, which I'm not going to say. I think I got in trouble once. That's why I'm so hesitant. But the thing about it, the mentor is the instructor who gives this in this course. And I hear a lot of silly stuff where people are like, well, how are you going to be a mentor? I'm going to put something to rest to you that he says about this whole mentor and people not being an expert. Let's say when you buy the course and you want to resell it, which you can, that'll be another one of your, your gigs or your things that you can do to make money. And I think a lot of people are making a lot of money by reselling the course. But he goes, you don't have to be an expert. And agree with it. No, I'm not an expert. I'm a promoter. And you're a private promoter of this course like I am, right? I'm not an expert at this course, but I'm thinking after 3 times, I'm pretty good. And I think when I watch it the 4th time, I'll have it pretty mastered. So if you like me, like you have to, some people say, I didn't even finish it. I just got through some of it and I started winging it. Look, and that's cool too. And people have made good money. And they've made, from what I hear, millions of dollars. And now they're the premier, mentor. Good for you. But everybody don't learn the same way. So take that for what it's worth. Look, I love the other thing he talks about, this comparison syndrome. People have what they made up on the screen, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And he says, don't do that. That whole, and for you who are the beginner to look at that, because it's a comparison syndrome and it brings up negative thoughts. Because if you're new, you're going to be in chapter 1. And those people who've made good money, they're in chapter 10, 15, or chapter 20. I mean, I would say I'm in chapter 15. So if I put up numbers like this, which I made good money, in 5 years, and that's just on my PayPal, but there's no reason for me to put those up. Look, I'll tell you what I've done, not to impress you, but like the instructor says, to impress upon you to reach for more. That's the only reason I would show you my numbers. But and once again, start now, you're going to be in chapter 1. You want to get to chapter 10, 5, 10, 15, and 20. That's the whole point. But you have to implement everything that's in this course. And it's good. And I tell you, the instructor, who's an 8-figure guy, 45 employees, have helped 5,500 high-ticket clients. He's my mentor. I get stuck. He has everything. When you get stuck, you can go back to refer to it. So the course is solid. You won't need another course after this. So I just wanted to give you my 2 cents on it. I'm gonna implement everything I can and learn from it, because I know I'm gonna add to the bag, man. So hopefully you do too. You can click the link in my Stand store, sign up. Make sure you can go to Klarna or Afterpay and start as little as $41. I'm Coach Tony. If you need me, DM me, reach out. Hopefully this helps. Have a good one. Thanks.